Hey guys, how we doing? Still out in LA, still living the dream out in the sunshine. Bit chilly from time to time, but do you know what? I'm still loving the sunshine, can't beat it. Just had a little email off of one of my clients, Wendy, and to be honest with you, Wendy, I'm going to go one better for you. I'm not going to explain it over email, I'm going to try and show you. And the great thing about it is I'm going to post this on YouTube hopefully, and you guys are going to get to see what I personally think would help. Wendy has a problem with keeping good form through an overhead squat. And she started doing Olympic overhead squats with an Olympic bar. At the moment, I don't think she's using any weight, but I believe it's with an Olympic bar. So one transition I can show you, which will help you with your overhead squats, in regards to the TRX and regards to anything really. Helps you through keeping good form through anything in terms of squats, and obviously helps you mobilise your thoracic as well with overhead squats, which is fantastic. And you'll find you'll get more trunk activation through an overhead squat than pretty much any type of squat. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and show you. So bear with me 2 seconds. If you can't hear me that well, I'll try and speak up. I do apologise if you can't hear me. So one thing that Wendy has a problem with is form for a TRX. She's finding that the hands are tending to drop when she hits the bottom end of the squat, so I hope you can see that. So one thing I will say, which I'll quickly show you, you can see them in the kitchen. Great thing is, got the TRX hanging, look at that. Chin up bar, TRX, ready to go. So one thing I would say is when you're doing an overhead squat, is think about keeping the right length. Very, very important. Now if the straps are too long, you're not actually going to get very, very good mobility through the actual squat. And remember, if your overhead squats aren't correct, you can always use things like a stick. I've actually got a gym stick here, which I'm going to show you can do with the TRX. So things like overhead squats through here, where you're mobilising the thoracic, the chest needs to lift, and you're focusing on long arms with a bar behind your head. Obviously, with a stick, fantastic. It's a normal stick you can get doing the overhead squats. With the TRX, remember that you are going to have some type of resistance with the TRX. Very, very important with the TRX that you do transition correctly, because if you don't, what you're going to do is your form's not going to be correct. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure the straps are quite long, quite shortened rather than long, because that's going to help with good form. Okay. Hands are going to be back in the foot cradles, back of the hands. We're going to first focus, rather than getting the arms nice and tall, on a bend in the elbows. So the elbows need to be back, the chest needs to be lifted, and the idea is then we're going to focus on then keeping the squat. Now remember, when you squat, the actual TRX is going to bring you slightly further forward. So don't worry if you tend to drop further forward, but focus on keeping form through your thoracic, very, very important, and obviously your spine. You can then transition to the arms nice and straight, which is a lot harder, and bring it into Olympic bar overhead squats. You basically can attach a gym stick, a broom handle to the TRX, and that's going to give you some form of resistance rather than a very, very heavy bar. Now from there you can take the bar or your stick or whatever. So you've got good form through here. You've got some resistance now created, and you've now got a bar you can grip hold of. From there you can go into overhead squats. I'm sorry if you can't see me behind my little pillar. But from there, down into your big overhead squats, really get a lot of depth and really load of work through your thoracics and your shoulder. So, little gym stick, a little bit more progression. Normally I would say transition what you're going to do gradually so you can get good form and you can get good development, which is very, very important. You need to have good development, otherwise what you're going to find is you're not going to improve. So make sure you do it. And I'll hopefully see everybody soon. I'm going to be back in about a week's time. Try and email me if you've got any comments or questions, and look out for my TRX classes and my Viper classes that are coming up. Speak to you soon, dudes. See you later.